We are 2 weeks away from the college football season. And what I've conducted today is a list of my conference champion predictions. Honestly, this year of college football is going to probably be the most exciting season we've had. Every single week, there's going to be games that will have major college football playoff implications, including week 1 when we have Alabama going up against Florida State. That is in all likelihood going to be a top 5 or even a top 3 matchup to start the season. So let's get right to these conference predictions. We're going to start off with the ACC. I'm going with Florida State to win the ACC conference. Florida State may have lost a lot of talent. They may have lost Travis Rudolph, Dalvin Cook, DeMarcus Walker. They may have lost all those different players. But Florida State still has DeAndre Francois. Now that he's had a year to be a starting quarterback, I think the season's gonna be bright for Florida State. Even if they don't beat Alabama, I still think they will make the college football playoff. The Big 12. I'm going with Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got senior leadership in Baker Mayfield. Now Oklahoma's just dying to get to the college football playoff. But they have a tough schedule early on in the year, including a matchup going on the road against Ohio State in Week 3. And now the Big 10. I'm going to pick Nebraska to win the Big 10. Just kidding, I'm going to pick Ohio State. You all thought. Yes, I am going to pick Ohio State to win the Big 10. And why? Because Ohio State, they have almost an easy road to the playoff. The only thing that's standing in their way of the playoffs for Ohio State, in my opinion, is Penn State. But they host Penn State this year. But I remember back in 2015, I said Ohio State had an easy road to the college football playoff. And their biggest challenge was Michigan State. But Michigan State ended up beating Ohio State at home. But that wasn't sloppy weather conditions. So when Ohio State and Penn State play each other, I believe it's going to be in October this year. Unless it's kind of sloppy conditions, I think Ohio State's going to beat Penn State. Although I can't really judge from that right now. But I feel like if Ohio State played Penn State right now in the horseshoe, I think Ohio State would come out on top. In the Pac-12, I am going with Washington. Now, I know a lot of people are going to pick USC as well. But the thing that is not going to go well for USC is Washington has a bunch of returning starters. USC doesn't. And if you remember when Washington and USC played last year, Adoree Jackson had 2 interceptions for the USC defense. And he is not on the team anymore. He is now in the NFL on the Tennessee Titans. So when Washington and USC play each other in the Pac-12 championship game, because yes, I'm going to that point, I think USC is going to be overestimated, but I still think they'll be able to go to the Pac-12 championship game. But then I think Washington will pull it out this year. Because Washington still has Jake Browning. They still have Myles Gaskin. They still got wide receivers they've had last year. They got enough talent that's coming back on defense. In the SEC, I'm picking Alabama. Let's just move on to the group of 5, which not everyone cares about, but the group of 5 matters as well. In the American Conference, I'm going with South Florida. Why? Easy schedule. This is my pick for the group of 5. They'll win the group of 5 championship and get the automatic New Year's 6 bid. And Quentin Flowers is going to be a dark horse to win the Heisman Trophy. I think he might at least be a finalist. Conference USA, I'm going with Louisiana Tech. The MAC Conference, I'm going with Toledo. The Mountain West, I'm going with Boise State. And the Sun Belt, I'm going with Appalachian State. But we got to talk about the independent teams as well. Notre Dame and BYU in particular. Now, Notre Dame is coming off a 4-8 season. But good news for Irish fans is most of those were by one possession or less. Leading up to the USC game, all of their losses except for USC were all decided by one possession. And BYU's got some. They got a very enticing. They got enticing matchups this year against LSU and Wisconsin. So BYU's could be that group of five team that spoils a playoff bid for maybe LSU or Wisconsin early on in the year. BYU is going to be a really interesting team to keep your eyes on early in the year. Because BYU's pulled off some upsets in the past. They upset Nebraska back in 2015 and Boise State in 2015. They came close to upsetting Utah early on in the season last year. So keep your eyes out for Notre Dame and BYU to have solid seasons this year. I think Notre Dame recovers from that 4-8 season, and I think BYU may pull off an upset early in the season. Well, that is all I have for you today. Like and subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and family. I will be back on Monday to react to the Associated Press Top 25 being revealed. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.